Discussion. The member from Ramsey, Representative Becker-Finn.
Niju anakwa dukwe nadijdakaz makwa nindodem leech lake nindunjaba. Madam Speaker, members, miigwech to all the survivors who have come forward to share their stories, the stories of your murdered mothers and missing sisters. I don't know an Indigenous woman who has not been personally impacted by violence, myself included. Your stories matter and we hear you. As I shared in the first hearing for this bill last year, my great-grandmother Josephine was brutally murdered as a young mom in my hometown of Cass Lake, leaving behind her children, including my then 5-year-old grandma, my Grandma Alverna. And that trauma impacted my Grandma Alverna her whole life, and it impacts my family today. But the thing is, my family's story is not actually unique. As Representative Kunesh-Bodine spoke to, I don't know a Native family that has not been impacted, similarly impacted by violence like mine. The most important part, though, is that my family and every Native family, we are more than our trauma. We are more than sad stories or victims or relics of history. We are survivors. If there is one thing our people are good at, it is surviving in the face of all odds. We are still here, we have always been here, and we will continue to be here in Minnesota. That's what we do. The truth is that the system, the culture we all live in, is more accepting of Indigenous women as victims than as leaders. The truth is that the system is more accepting of Indigenous women as invisible than as speaking up and speaking the truth. And I refuse for that reality to be the continued reality for future generations of Native girls, for my daughter Vida, for Siobhan and Mika and Evie and all the girls we are raising today. I'm using a lot of names today because I do want to make the point that these are real, full human beings with families that we're talking about. They are not just statistics. These are our families and loved ones, our friends and neighbors. And they will be impacted by this issue and this bill. This bill is the first step to working towards making things right and making things better for our Native communities. So for Josephine and my Grandma Alverna and Vida and Siobhan, please vote yes. Chi miigwech.